Turning to an uprising at Google, where hundreds of employees are demanding the company cut all ties with ICE and Border Patrol. The petition gaining steam says, quote, we refuse to be complicit. It is unconscionable that Google or any other tech company would support agencies engaged in caging and torturing vulnerable people.
Well, here to react is former Google engineer Kevin Cernekee, who worked at the company for 3 years before getting fired. Good morning to you. Were you fired because your conservative views?
Yes, so what I saw at Google is that conservative employees who spoke out about this sort of stuff, about these protests, these tantrums, about mistreatment, they were themselves targeted, and they were harassed and they were bullied. They got warning letters, they were threatened, they were put on blacklists, and I complained about that to the management. I tried to escalate it up the chain. The management wrote me a warning letter for complaining about that, and I had to take that to government agencies, and for doing that, they fired me.
Kevin, you've said Google is happy to work with the Chinese government, but not with the American government. Why did you say that?
That's very true. There's a strong anti-American streak at Google. So what I saw when I worked there was that when Google signed a contract with the DoD doing some work for the U.S. military, people piped up on the internal board saying, the U.S. military is evil, it's a force for evil in the world. Our motto is, don't be evil, so we can't work with them. They would call our veterans murderers. They would just use really inflammatory rhetoric internally, and they would pressure the management, and the management would cave every single time. So I'm not surprised at all that they were flexing those muscles again and turning their sights on ICE.
Now, we reached out. It's important to know we reached out to Google multiple times. We did not hear back. The petition in question is asking Google not to bid on a contract with CBP to provide the agency with cloud tech. Now, we spoke with Mark Morgan, acting CBP commissioner, and he called the petition irresponsible. I want to play that sound for you, Kevin, and then get your reaction.
Let me tell you, American people, what the truth is. I just returned from El Paso, where I toured a 175,000 square foot facility. These families and children are receiving hot meals. You're going to see children sitting in front of flat screen TVs watching cartoons. They're getting medical attention. That's the truth. This kind of rhetoric is irresponsible, reckless, and it's a lie.
What do you think, Kevin?
I think it is irresponsible for the activists to be saying that. What I've seen is that if you bring up concerns around privacy or working with the Chinese government or political bias at Google, then nobody really looks at it. Nobody really thinks about it. They just shrug it off. But if you're signing on to the left-wing cause of the day, the management will definitely pay attention, and they will cave to the demands of the activists every time. It's really unfortunate.
Kevin, we've talked a lot about Google, but you're in this industry. Is it just Google?
No, this problem started at Google, but it's spread to a number of other companies now. So Amazon, Microsoft, Salesforce, a number of these other companies are dealing with their own temper tantrums from these activist employees too, where these employees know they lost the public debate. They know America wants strong border enforcement, they want a strong military, but these people think we have some leverage in Silicon Valley, let's try to overturn the will of the voters. And I don't think that's right. I think they should follow the process. If they really want to affect public policy, they should go run for Congress.
You know, Kevin, it's amazing to me that these companies don't even care about the fact that it shows, it's so blatantly biased at this point. Appreciate you being here, though. Obviously, your voice is an important voice, having worked at one of these companies, and remains to be seen if there'll be any accountability in the future. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
A big show.